Okay, good morning. All are welcome to my YouTube channel. Here I am Shan Kodithmakku. Today I am going to discuss with you all the model questions available in the textbooks and all the past paper questions related to the lesson statement of production cost. Okay, then you can take your textbooks because you also have these books, grade 11 textbooks, and also you may have actually business and accounting studies past paper book, right? Past question paper book. Now I am going to discuss the exercises available in your textbooks. That is activity number 4. Right. I have already prepared activity number 4. You can draw a statement like that. It is easy for you to manage even at the examination. Then on the top you have write business names and name of the statement production cost, and the time period. If you are asked to prepare the statement for the month, then you have write for the month of January. This question they have asked you to prepare the statement for the month of January. Then you can first manage the format. Then you have write, even at the exam you can nicely draw this format. On the top prime cost you can underline. Then you can leave few lines. Then you can write production overhead cost. Under that you can leave some line, and finally you can write total production cost. Like that you can first prepare the format. Then it is for you to mention all the values in the format. Right. Now I am going to discuss the question. Then here following are the costs relevant for the PSA Roofing Trial Limited, a roof tile manufacturing company. It is a business which produces tiles, roof tiles. Okay. Right. Then we can, when you read the questions, you take one by one given details from the questions. Otherwise, you don't need to leave one items and searching, no need to search items available in the question. You can take one by one available in the question. Right. First one, material purchases. Actually, material purchases is direct material cost, that is 353,500. Right. Okay, next item, production labor cost, that is labor cost, direct labor. It comes on the direct cost, that is 85,000. Then next one, supervisor salary, indirect labor cost. It comes on the indirect labor cost, supervisor salary, 48,000. Indirect labor cost, 48,000. Next item, factory electricity, it comes on the indirect other cost, factory electricity. Factory electricity, the amount is 12,000. You can take amount 12,000. Then cost of paint. Here we are using actually manufacturing company, so they are producing tiles. Therefore, cost of paint means they are painting even tiles, right? Cost of paint we can mention under indirect material, that is 5,000. Right. Then next time direct other cost. Direct other cost comes under direct other cost, that is 10,000. Direct other cost 10,000. Next item, salaries for the security service. You know, they have look of the factory, therefore the payment made to security service is coming under indirect labor. Indirect labor cost. Here earlier we met supervisor salary. Again indirect labor cost. Security service also indirect labor, that is 20,000. Machine salaries for the security service 20,000. Then we can prepare like this: 20,000 plus. Earlier we met supervisor salary also indirect labor. Therefore you can just add these two, 48,000 plus another 20,000, 68,000. You can just change the value, because supervisor salary comes under indirect labor, and also security service cost also comes under indirect labor. They don't directly involve the production process. Therefore, we can mention under indirect labor cost both items. Then next one, machinery depreciation. You know, depreciation is actually the decline the asset value. Here we have to use machines to produce tiles. Therefore, machinery depreciation comes under indirect other cost. Machinery 7,000. We have got 7,000. You don't need to calculate depreciation for machinery. It is given in the question. Then factory insurance 3,000. Factory insurance also. Insurance. That is 3,000. Factory insurance 3,000. You know, we can't measure insurance depending on per unit. We have to pay at once for the whole factory insurance premium. It is coming under indirect other expenses. The last item, factory maintenance cost 5,000. That is also indirect other expense. Factory maintenance, that is 5,000. That is 5,000. Okay, we can just check whether we have taken all the values even at the exam. First item, okay. Second item, okay. Then super salary 48,000. It is included here. Then factory electricity we have taken. Right. Then 5,000 cost of paint also. Indirect material is there. Then direct other cost 10,000 it is there. We have put it under prime cost. Salaries for security service, that is also indirect labor cost. Then we put it under indirect labor. Massive depreciation 7,000. Then it comes under indirect other cost. Okay. Then factory insurance also comes under indirect other cost, that is 3,000. Right. Then factory maintenance cost also comes under indirect other cost, that is 5,000. Right. Right. Total of these two indirect labor cost 20,000 for security service and supervisor salary 40,000. I have put both together. They are coming under indirect labor cost. Then that is 68,000. Right. We have taken all the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here. Right. Okay. We have already taken all the values given in the questions. Now we can complete the questions. Your prime cost will be addition of these three, that is 0, 0, 5, 8, 5 plus 8, 13 and 14, balance is 1, 1 plus 3, 4. The total prime cost will be 448,500. Okay, 448,500. At the exam you can double check if the prime cost is wrong, your final answer also will be wrong. Therefore you can just take 0, 0, 5, 3 plus 5, 8 and 8 plus 5, 13 plus 1, 14, balance is 1, 1 plus 3, 4. Right. This is your total direct cost will be rupee 448,500. So we can now at the values coming under production overhead cost. Right. Production overhead cost here 5,000 plus 68,000, that is 73,000, 75,000, 85,000, 92,000, 95,000, 100,000. The total exactly total will be 100,000. Even at the exam you have to again recheck, because if this value is wrong, then your total production cost will be wrong. 5,000 plus 68,000, 73,000, 75, 85, 92, 95 and 100,000. Total value of overhead cost will be 100,000. Then you can write the heading total overheads. Total overhead. Total overheads means here in the book you are given the format for the statement of production cost. Then you can take actually total of overheads, that is the total of indirect material, indirect labor and indirect other cost. They can parallel to this answer you can just write total overhead. Right. Finally you can add these two. That is 500,000, 548,500. 500. Our prime cost is 448,500. Then you can add overheads, indirect overheads, that is 100,000. Then 548,500. 548,500, that is total production cost. Right. Now we have already calculated total production cost. In the question you are given 4 parts. First one, prime cost. We have calculated prime cost. That is our first answer. This is the answer for part 1. Part B, production overhead cost. This is production overhead cost. That is 100,000. That is the answer for part 2. Part 3, total production cost. Total production cost 540,500. That is the answer for part 3. Part 4, per unit selling price. We can use in this format. We can take the answer. We can calculate the answer in this format itself, or we can produce the answer for part 4 separately. Therefore, we can produce our answer separately. Then it is easy for you to calculate, right? It is easy for you to produce the answer separately. Okay. Then you asked to have per unit selling price, no? Per unit selling price. Per unit selling price equal unit cost. Unit cost plus per unit selling price equal unit cost plus profit margin. That is unit profit margin. Then here you don't know unit cost. Therefore, you have to calculate unit cost under working 1. Unit cost equal total production cost. Total production cost divided by number of units produced. Right? In the second video, we understood how to calculate unit cost. Unit cost equal total production cost divided by number of units produced. Here we got 548,500. That is our total production cost. Then you divide 548,500 by they have produced. The company has produced 100,000 units. Then you can just divide by 100,000. Right. When you divide 540,500 by 100,000, you will take 5.485 unit cost. You can just check 540,500 divided by 100,000. Your unit cost will be 5.485. Right. Then we can apply unit cost to calculate per unit cost. Here they have produced 100,000 units. That's why I have used 100,000, and our total production cost was 540,500. Therefore, per unit cost is 5.485. Right. 5.485. Now you can calculate 5.485 plus 5.85485 into our profit. They have mentioned the question profit margin should be 10%. Then you take 10% from the cost. Here per unit selling price equal unit cost plus unit profit margin. Here we can just mention unit profit margin. Unit profit margin. Here we have taken addition of two things. Unit cost plus unit profit margin. We calculated unit cost, total production cost divided by number of units produced during the period. Total cost 440,500 divided by 100,000. We got per unit cost 5.485. Then we apply here unit cost 5.485 plus we take 10% from that. Then you can calculate 10% from this and take the final answer. Here, right? Okay, you can take the final answer. Now I am going to discuss anyway activity number 5, which is given in the book grade 11 textbook. You all are having grade 11 textbooks. Now you come to discuss activity number 5. Here you are given some items. You have to classify depending on cost classification. Classify the below given cost of shoe manufacturing company into elements of production cost. We understood elements of production cost. Basically, we have two, direct and indirect. Even again, direct cost can be divided into three: direct material, direct labor, and direct other cost. Again, we can classify indirect cost, indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect other cost. That is how we can classify. Here they have given 6 items. You have to put the question number and write the answer. Cost of leather and thread. Cost of leather and thread, it is direct material. Direct material. Roman number 2, salaries for the shoemaker. That is direct labor. That is direct labor, salaries for the shoemaker. He is directly involved in the production process. Therefore, the payment made to shoemaker comes under direct labor cost. Third item factory rent, it is indirect other cost, because we can't calculate rent per unit cost. Therefore, we put under indirect other cost. Fourth item, royalty charge of 20 per shoe paid for the shoe design. Because we use shoe designs, sometimes it may have been produced by another person, therefore we have to pay him. Then royalty charge, royalty means direct other cost. Royalty comes under direct other cost. I gave you examples when I was discussing with you the theory. Then royalty charge of 20 rupees per unit paid for the shoe design. Here 20 unit, that is it comes under direct other cost. Direct other cost, royalty paid. Then number 5, salaries of factory watchman. Watchman doesn't involve in the production process. The payment made to him comes under indirect labor. Indirect labor cost. Right, indirect labor cost. Last item, number 6, cost of adhesives. Cost of adhesive means, you have to use actually other things. What are the examples for cost of other things? Here we can use different actually other indirect materials in a production process. Cost of adhesive is indirect material. Indirect material. We have used different glue and other things to make shoes. Therefore, we can't just calculate how much we have to absorb per unit like that. If you take last item, cost of adhesive, we can't calculate how much we have to bear per one shoe like that, right? Pair of shoe. Therefore, we put it under indirect material, right? If we take number 1, cost of leather and thread, it comes under direct material, right? Direct material. But when it comes to cost of adhesive, we can't put it under direct material. It comes under direct material because here cost of adhesive, right, cannot be calculated per unit wise, right? That is the reason, right? Okay, we finished activity number 5. Then we can move to activity number 6. Right, here again we have met. Another question given below on the cost information related to apparel business. Now, for the month of November, you are given all the information here. You are asked to prepare the products cost statement for the month of November. Right, we can quickly prepare that. Now you know the format. Even at the exam, you can just finish it. Right, on the top you write the business name, the duration, time, and the statement name, production cost statement. Production cost statement of production cost. You can just mention on the top you have write business name and the time period. In this question they have given you details regarding November, you write for the month of November. Right. Then we can mention prime cost, underline, and some else here you can take production overhead cost, then underline. Right. Then we can take one by one given details from the question. Materials purchase, it comes under direct material. Direct material 64,000 is given. Salaries of the machine operator, it comes under direct labor. Direct labor, that is 20,000. If you wish, you can write the type of labor, that is salaries of the machine operator. You can just write in front of the item. Then third item, wages for the supervisor. It comes on indirect labor. Wages for supervisor. Wages for supervisor 23,000. Right, next item, salaries of the watchman. That is also indirect labor, salaries of watchman. That is 12,000. Okay. Repair of sewing machine, that is also repair expenses. You can write within bracket repair of sewing machine, right? I just mentioned 8,500 here. That is 8,500. Okay. Next item, fuel for factory. Fuel 1,500. At the exam, you have write all the terms correctly. Rent for buildings, rent you can just mention 7,500. Electricity cost 2,500. Value of sewing machines 500,000. That is an asset, non-current asset. We can't put that value in this statement. You can take depreciation, right? Depreciation, when you use the machine, they will be declining the value of the asset. Therefore, we can calculate. Oh, sometimes examiner will give you the depreciation value. Here, the apparel production for the month of November is 100 units, and company keeps a profit margin 15. Okay, the sewing machine are depreciated at 12% annually, right? Here anyway, we are not given depreciation. Therefore, we have to calculate. We have to calculate depreciation machine. You are given the method because under sole trader income statement and state finance position, you have already understood how to calculate depreciation under state line method. Then annually 12%. Then we can do a working. Here the machine value is 500,000. Then you take 12%. You can take just 12%, right? You can take just 12% from 500,000. If you want to take 1%, then if you want to take 10%, you just remove 1 0. If you want to take 1%, you just take 2 zeros out. Okay? If you want to take 10%, you can take 1 0 out. If you want to take 1%, you take 2 zeros out. Then 1% equal to 5,000. Right? 1% equal to 5,000. Then as it is 12, then you take that total will be 60,000. 60,000 per annum. When you calculate depreciation, 60,000 will be per annum. But here we are preparing the production cost statement only for November. Therefore, we can't absorb total value. That is, we calculate 60,000 per annum. Therefore, we have to take what is relevant to the month of November. Then we can divide 60,000 by 12. then 5,000, right? We can just apply, here again you can check whether it is correct or not. Here we are given 12% per annum. Then as we are preparing the statement only for November, per annum we have 12 months. If you just calculate 12% per annum, if you take 1% per November, that is also correct. That is like we have only got 5,000, it is equal to, right, 1%, right, 5,000, then we can mention 5,000 here. That is depreciation of machine, right. Now we have got everything. Then here 84,000, that is total direct cost, right. Then 84,000, you calculate all the production overhead cost, then take the total of these values and add these two, prime cost and total overhead cost, right. Okay, right. Then because you can complete this part, then we can move to past paper questions. We have actually got a new syllabus from 2016. So we can cover 2016, 17, 18 and 19 all 4 questions. First I will come to discuss with you 2019 question. In the 2019, that is last year, then here the second part of the paper 2, you are given here 2 marks, but anyway you have to do that. Preparing the statement production cost for the month ended 31st May 2019. 2 marks, but anyway you have to do this. The easy way to calculate, if you know the things, you can easily take the answer, right. As we have to prepare statement production cost, we can prepare this format, right. At the exam you write the name of the business here, Nirmal business. Here month is given May, for the month of May 2019, and statement of production cost you are right on the top. Then we can include in the statement prime cost and production overhead cost, right. Then we can take one by one. You all have to buy the past question paper book, then you can easily practice that. Then first item is purchase of plastic bottles, because we are producing water bottles, plastic bottles, right. Nirmal is a business to produce and sell flower vases by using used plastic bottles, because here he is producing flower vases, but he has used materials. Therefore, he has to buy from outside used material. That is purchase of plastic bottles. That is direct material. You can write the name of the direct material here, plastic bottle. How much? 13,000. Right. Then wages of make of flower vases, that is direct labor. I will just mention direct labor, but at the exam you write in front of that term wages of maker of flower vases, that is 6,000. Right. Next item, painting cost of flower vases. Painting cost of flower vases, that is also actually we can put it under indirect material. At the exam you write the name of the indirect material in front of the term, that is 2,500. That is 2,500. Then next item, electricity charges 3,000. That is also comes under electricity 3,000. That is 3,000. That is it comes under production overheads, indirect other cost. Then last item, purchase of a flower vases making machine. That is an asset. They have bought a new machine to make flower vases, but we can't put 60,000 under production cost. But anyway, when they use this machine, there can be decline the value of the asset. Therefore, we call it as depreciation. Then we calculate depreciation. The machine should be depreciated annually at 10% straight line. Right. Then if you want to calculate depreciation equal is the cost, as you asked to take straight line method, you just take the cost, right? The formula is cost divided by here. I will give you easy one. As you are asked to calculate depreciation, right? Straight line method, under straight line method, you can take this formula. Cost is 60,000 into 10%. That's 6,000. We have got here also 6,000 per annum, because annual rate is 10%. That is equal to 6,000. 6,000 is taken for whole year, but we have prepared this statement only for 1 month. Right? Prepare the statement production for the month of ended 31st May. So therefore we have to divide by 12, because per annum we have got 12 months. Then we have to divide by 12. We take 500 rupees as depreciation. Depreciation 500. You can take depreciation 500. Right. We got everything here. Direct cost will be 90,000. Indirect cost will be 6,000. 2,500, 3,000, 5,500 plus 500, 6,000. Altogether, you can take total cost 25,000. You parallel to this answer, you write total production cost. If you use parallel to 6,000, that is the addition of indirect cost, you write total overhead cost in parallel to 6,000. Parallel to 25,000, you can write total production cost. Right. Then we have to prepare statement of production cost. Then it is okay. If you want to produce or if you want to calculate unit cost here, you can take the total cost and divide by the number of units. Right. Then we got total production cost 25,000. Total production cost 25,000. Then in the question, you have to read it carefully. Preparing the statement of production cost for the month of May, 2 months. Right, that's enough. If you want to calculate unit price, because normally examiner will give you unnecessary information. Here you are using all material 100 flower vases were produced during the month of May. If you want to know, I will just calculate unit cost. Unit cost equal total production cost divided by number of units. Now, if there is any students who couldn't understand the beginning part, then we can just focus on that. Here, total production cost 25,000. Number of units produced 100. Then we can just take 250. 250 is the unit cost per unit. Here, per unit 250 rupees. If you want to calculate unit selling price, here we are not given profit margin, but anyway, as we are given number of units produced 100, we have calculated the total production cost. Then total production cost divided by number of units, we can take the unit cost. Right. Then we discussed the question paper 2018. All level. Question number 6, part 2. Question number 6, part 2. You all have to buy a past question paper book, then you can easily practice these questions. Then question number, paper 2, question number 6, part 2. You are asked to calculate prime cost for the month of November 2018, profit from selling an almanac. Anyway, again 2 marks, right? We can first calculate part A, answer prime cost. Here you are given cost of timber. cost of timber, direct material cost, because here following are the information of Sadun business which produces almirahs for the month of November, furniture business, right? Sadun is preparing furniture. Therefore, we have to understand the given details in the question first. The cost of timber will come under direct material, that is 100,000. Right. Then monthly electricity bill. Monthly electricity bill, second item, that is coming under indirect other cost. Then wages of carpenter. Carpenter is directly involved in the production process. The payment made to carpenter is direct labor. Then carpenter salary. Carpenter is given another 60,000. Another 60,000. Other direct expenses. We are not given the type of other direct expenses. We can just mention 17,500. Right. We can just add these three. Cost of timber, that is direct material, carpenter salary, direct labor, and other direct expenses, 17,500. Only that. Then we can take the addition of these three. Here 160 and 77. 177,500. Right? You can write the answer prime cost. Prime cost means total direct expenses. Is answer. Right? Okay. We calculated answer for first part. Right? Then you can come to second part. Profit from selling an almirah, because actually they should give you the way you have to calculate the profit. Then here number of almirahs produced during the month of November is 5. Selling price of an almirah is 50,000. Sometimes the examiner will change the method, right? That's why students will have to apply their knowledge and experience, right? That's why we have to practice past paper questions, because past paper questions, right, they are really depend on the syllabus, not out of syllabus, because if you take 2019 questions, it is different. But here, examiner has given the selling price of almirah. Selling price here, it is given. Selling price is 50,000. It is given, but we don't know unit cost, right? We don't know unit cost, then, but we can calculate unit cost. Here we got prime cost equal 177,500. Then we can we are given rent of carpenter's shop 20,000. Rent of carpenters. Then we can just add rent of carpenters. That is indirect other cost. Here prime cost 170,500. This is the addition of direct material, direct labor, and direct other cost. Here we are given an item rent of carpenter shop, that is coming under indirect other cost. Then we can just add 20,000. Then total cost will be 197,500. 197,500. Total cost for the production will be 197,500. Then here number of almirahs produced during the month of November is 5. Then selling price of an almirah is 50. Monthly bill, we are given again electricity bill. It is also indirect other cost. You can just add another 2,500 here. Then you take total production cost as 200,000. Here total production cost is 200,000. I just apply short way, but if you wish you can separately calculate these two, indirect other cost, indirect other cost, two values, right? Then if you take rent, 20,000 and electricity, you can add these two and add it to prime cost. But this is also correct. Then you got 200,000 total production cost, right? Then total cost divided by number of units. 200,000 divided by unit number of units they have produced in the period 5. Then you take 40,000, right? You got 40,000. Then total cost divided by number of units produced in the period 5. Then you got unit cost 40,000. Here you are in the question, examiner has given you selling price per unit 50,000. The question is, we have calculated profit from selling and alumina. Therefore, now you can calculate profit. Profit equal selling price minus cost. Selling price 50,000. Cost per unit 40,000. Then 10,000. 10,000. You mentioned rupees at the exam. 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees profit. Right. I will just explain. First, you have to calculate prime cost. That is 77,500. Then we are given another two indirect other cost 20,000. Rent for shop and electricity 2,500. We add those two values to the prime cost. We got total cost 200,000. Then as we are given selling price, we can't directly calculate profit. We have no unit cost. Then you calculated 200,000. That is the total cost of production. You are given the number of units 5. So you divide 200,000 total cost of production by number of units produced. You take unit cost 40,000 rupees. Then you can deduct this unit cost from the selling price. That is what I have shown you. Here profit equals selling price minus unit cost. Selling price 50,000, your unit cost 40,000, and we got the difference between these two. It will be equal to 10,000, right? You got the answer 10,000. That is the answer for part 2, profit. Right. Actually, it is easy if you correctly understood the theory. Then you can easily prepare the answer. Right. We come to next question. That is 2017 one. 17th also we have got another easy question. Right. You are given some details related to actually manufacturing concern. Then write two situations where the accounting errors, that is from another lesson, and name the elements of production cost. Then you can take 2017 paper 2 question number 6 part 1, name the elements of production cost. You know, if you take elements, you can mention as direct cost and the indirect cost. That is also enough. Or you can just name what are the sub elements available under those two elements. Indirect, under indirect you can have, under indirect you can have like that. Indirect cost, you mention direct material. At the exam you write full term, direct labor, direct other cost. Then because at the exam you have to manage time, because as you have got 2 marks, you can't exceed more than 4 minutes, right? Close to 4 minutes. Then under indirect cost, indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect other cost, right? Indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect other cost. Okay, this is the total. Or you can just mention indirect cost, under that direct material, direct labor, direct other cost, and indirect cost or total overheads, like that. Examiner is ready to accept any answer. Right. That is the answer for part 1. We are given another what? Write 2 situations where the accounting errors occur. That has come from another lesson. I'll discuss it later. Then we'll come to Second part, some information of Shakti business which produces concrete blocks for the month of August 2017 are as follows. You are given cost of concrete block, production overhead, total production cost, direct material cost, other direct expenses. You are asked to calculate number of concrete blocks produced during the month of August, direct labor cost for the month of August. Right. Here, we have again made another questions, specific questions, because every year we can't expect the same structure of the question, right? If you know the theory and if you have practiced past questions, you don't need to worry about that. You should be ready to accept any type of questions, right? If you know the theory, if you know right how to solve the problem, then no worries. Otherwise, you will be having difficulties when it comes to this type of questions, right? Examiner will change the structure of the questions. That's why you have to practice past questions. Here, number one, part A, number of concrete blocks produced during the month. You know, if you know the total production cost, right, then you can calculate here cost of a concrete block you are given 30. That means you are given unit cost, average cost. And as this number of concrete blocks produced during the month of August, no, then if you want to calculate number of concrete blocks, you can take total production cost. Total production cost divided by average cost or unit cost. This is another formula. This formula is not given in the lesson, but you can create a formula because that is the intelligence, right? Here, if you are given total production cost and number of units produced in the period, you can easily calculate number of units produced. Units produced. This is the formula for you to calculate number of units produced equal total production cost divided by unit cost. Right. Here we are given total production cost 60,000. We can apply given value 60,000. Unit cost here, cost of a concrete block 30,000. We are given unit cost or average cost, that is 30 rupees. Here cost of concrete block is 30 rupees. You are given total production cost. Now is then 2,000 units. Here you have mentioned units, otherwise examiner will misunderstand, because here it is not rupees 2,000. When you divide total production cost, that is rupee value. Unit cost also rupee value. Finally, we have what? Number of units. Therefore, you can't mention rupees. It should be 2,000 units. 2,000 units, right? That is the answer for part. That is the answer for part 1. Then part 2, direct labor cost for the month, right? Direct labor cost. You know, the payments made to employees, those who are directly into the production process, is called direct labor cost. Here we are given other direct expenses, direct material cost, total production cost, production overheads, cost of a concrete block. Actually, we are given direct material cost here in this question, and other direct cost. You know, if you take direct cost, under that we have direct material, you have direct labor and direct other cost, right? If you are given the total of this and other two elements value, you can easily calculate the balance one, right? Because direct cost consists of three elements: direct material cost, here direct labor cost and direct other cost. If you are given the right value for two elements, this is blank, no, right? Okay, if you are given total direct cost here, if you are given total direct cost here, then, but how to calculate direct other cost? Then you just take the addition of these two and deduct this one, right? Okay, then from this total you can deduct this one, then you take the answer, right? from the total direct cost, from this value you deduct addition of other two values given in the question. Then you can easily calculate the answer. Here, direct labor cost for the month of August. We have to calculate direct labor cost. Then we have to go direct material cost, direct other cost, and total production cost. Right? You know, total production cost is here given 60,000. Total production cost equals 60. Right? Then you deduct direct labor. You are given direct labor cost, direct material you are given, direct other expenses. Direct material you are given 15,000, you can deduct, and direct other cost you are given 10,000. Right, direct other cost 10,000. You can deduct here direct material you are given 15,000, direct other cost you are given 10,000. Right, in the question. This comes under direct cost. It is in prime cost. This is also direct other cost also coming under prime cost. Therefore, addition of these two should be deducted from the total production cost. Then 35,000, then 25,000. Okay, because if you take 60,000, that is total cost. Right, that is total cost. Then here you are given total production overhead 20,000. Production overhead 20,000. Right? You can apply any method. Total production cost you are given 20,000. Right? Here total production cost 60. Production overhead 20. Then total is 60,000. You deduct this one. You take 40. That is direct cost. This is total cost. The total production overhead is 20. Then you take 40,000. That is the total direct cost or prime cost. This is also for prime cost. Then your prime cost 40, and you deduct those two values, 15 direct material plus direct other cost 10,000. Right? Direct other cost 10,000. Then you can take the answer. Okay? Then as you have got total cost 6,000, if there is any students who could not understand, you can apply this way. Then total production overheads, you are given 20,000. That is the indirect cost. Then you take direct cost. This 40,000 total direct cost. This 40,000 will be total direct cost. As you are given total direct cost 40,000, these two items, this is direct material, this is direct labor, right? Then 15,000 direct material, 10,000 direct labor, but we have got total direct cost. That's why we deduct total of direct material and direct labor from the total direct cost. Then your answer will be 40,000 minus 25,000, answer 15,000. That is the answer for part 2, that is direct labor cost, which is 15,000, right? This is total direct cost. From that value you deduct the addition of direct material and direct labor. So direct material and direct other cost. This is 10,000, direct other cost. Direct other cost 10,000. Direct material cost 50,000. We asked to calculate direct labor cost, therefore we got 15,000. How? Total direct cost minus the addition of direct material and direct other cost. Right. That is the answer for the question 2016. Question 2016. Right. Then we can move. Then we can move to 2016 last question paper. Last question paper. Fine. You quickly come to last question paper. Again, 2016 P2 Q6. P2 Q6, right? P2 Q6. Then you are asked to calculate production overhead cost for the month of May 2016 and the selling price per unit, right? Some information of research which produces the same type of flower vases for the month of May 2016. Unit of production 100, direct expenses 30,000, transport expenses flower vases 5,000, production cost per unit 400,000. Selling price is determined by retaining 25% profit margin. Anyway, at the exam you have to read the question carefully 2 times. Otherwise, sometimes you will miss the values. So you have to calculate the answers depending on your understanding. Therefore, you have to properly read the question. Right. First part, production overhead cost for the month. Right. Production overhead cost. Production overhead cost. That means indirect cost. Okay. Indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect other cost. Addition of indirect. Here we can mention indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect other cost. Right. You have to just extract the values given the question. Unit expenses, transport expenses, transport. Transport you are given 5,000. Right. Then direct expenses 30,000, transport expenses flower vases 5,000. Right. Okay. Then the selling price per unit. You know, here you are given selling price. You have to calculate selling price. How to calculate selling price? You know, selling price equal cost. Cost plus profit margin. You are given cost. Cost is 400. Production cost per is 400. Right? Production cost is 400. Then you are asked to take 25% from the cost. Here 400 rupees per unit. That is the unit cost. Then you take 25%. 25% equal 100. That is into 25. Like this. Okay? You take 1/4 of the unit cost, that is equal to 100 rupees. 400 into 25%. That is how you can calculate the profit margin. Then as we asked to take the selling price, then you add these two. Selling price will be 500 rupees. Selling price will be 500 rupees. Right? It is a question. Then when it comes to the question again, unit of production 100, direct expenses 30,000, transport expenses 5,000, production cost per unit 100. Here you can calculate actually total cost like this. You don't need to go the previous way. You can easily calculate production overhead cost. Here you are given number of units produced 100. 100 you are given. The unit cost is 400. Then you can take 400 into 100, 40,000. Right? 4 zeros, 4 into 1, 4. That means 40,000. That is the total production cost. This is total production cost. Here 100 into 400 equal 40,000 as the total production cost. Then you are given unit of production, direct expenses 30, direct expenses total. Here direct expenses you are given 30. Then you can easily derive total production cost. We got 40,000. Then direct expenses you got 30,000. Then you deduct 30. Then your answer will be 10,000. That is total overhead cost. Total overhead cost rupees 10,000. Right? Okay. Total overhead cost rupees 10,000. Then we calculated answer even for 2016 questions. We completed the answers for the year 2016, 17, 18 and 19, and we discussed all the activities available in your textbooks. Right. I think I got more than 10 questions for these lessons, that is state of production cost. So you may have understood fully the whole lessons. The best thing is to practice first theory questions and secondly past paper questions. It is easy for you to score total marks at the exam, right? Then I wish you all the best to have high grade. Then again we can meet with another video. I have planned to discuss lesson by lesson theory and past paper questions. Please don't forget to subscribe me. Below the video there will be subscribe button. Please click that button and you can click the bell icon, and also you can switch on notification button. Then you will easily receive my videos. When I upload a new video, you will easily take it. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day.